For this video, I'm going to show you how to make this. It's a folded fabric Christmas ornament. You're going to need a 3-inch styrofoam ball, and it has to be 3 inches. And you're also going to cut out 26 of main fabric, and they are going to be 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches, and 16 accent fabrics at 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches. I am going to let the Cricut do all the work of cutting this fabric. Once I've unloaded my mat, I am going to take all of my fabric sections off for my fabric folded Christmas ornament, and then I am going to get my other fabric in place for my other pieces of fabric. Let's move on to the next stage of the folded fabric Christmas ornaments. So remember, we have 26 2.5 by 2.5 squares of fabric for the main. Now I'm going to take 2 of these from the main and put them to one side, and then we have 16 of the accent fabrics. Now what we're going to do with every single piece, and this is the most laborious part of this, I'll do it with the teal so it stands out a bit better. So we're going to fold it in half, and we're going to press with our iron. And you might want to be careful here because the pieces do get a bit hot. So what you could do is just go through and fold them all in half. And this is what I did. And by the time you get to the next stage of this particular part of the project, they would have cooled down. So go through and fold every single section in half like that. Then when you get every single section in half, both the pink and the teal in my instance, you are then going to fold these into prairie points. So you're going to fold 1/2 of the fabric down. I love doing prairie points. You can make cute little kitchen towels out of prairie points, and I've also done a nice little quilt that has prairie points in it. So this folded fabric Christmas ornament consists of all of these bits of fabric that I folded like so. So you are going to do that with every single piece of fabric apart from the 2 pieces that we put to one side. Here are our fabric sections folded apart from the 2 main fabric pieces I told you to hold back. I had a jar that I could just put my polystyrene ball in so it wasn't going to roll about when I start to decorate my folded Christmas fabric ornament. And you're also going to need some pins. I managed to find these from Walmart. They're a smaller pin because you don't want them to be too long. And also please keep these ornaments away from pets and children because they do need pins to hold everything into place. So get one of these fabric pieces that we haven't folded just yet. Fold it in half. And fold it in half again. This is so we can just find the centre of this square, and we're basically going to put it on the centre of our polystyrene ball. I mean roughly, it doesn't have to be totally precise. So then this gives us some creases, and I'm going to rest this on a top like so. So take one of your main fabric pieces that we've already folded, main fabric and main fabric. You're going to take one of your pins out and you're going to open your fabric piece, and you're not going to put it dead in the centre. You're going to put it just away from the centre because you don't want it to be at the actual point. And then you're going to fold over your fabric so the pin is on the inside. We have our fabric resting, and we're going to put this pin right in the centre of that crease like so. Take your next folded fabric, open it up, and then we're going to place that pin just underneath that point there, and then we're going to fold it back up. And you're basically going to start to create a square. So we put that next to the first one. Don't bother pinning down these sides just at this second. We're just going to concentrate on pinning the center. So we're going to do it again for the other two. Now you have all 4 sections pinned down like I showed you. Now you're going to start pinning down the bottoms of each one. So you're going to do it along each of these creases here, and then you're going to do another one at the side here. If you have this bump or crease over here, don't worry about it. Now we're going to move on to the next stage of our folded fabric Christmas ornament, and we are going to take our accent fabric and we're going to place it about 1/2 inch from this point and make sure it's in line with this line here and this point of the accent piece. So you're going to do the same thing again. You're going to open it up and you're going to put your pin just below that point here. So you shouldn't have to measure this, just eyeball that 1/2 inch, and then I've done all 4 sections like so, and I'm going to go back in and I'm going to pin them bottom pieces down. As you can see, it's all pinned down now, all at the bottom. So let's move on to the next stage of our folded fabric Christmas ornament. We're going to take our accent fabric and we're going to come in right about here. So it's basically going to start looking like an Ohio star if you're into quilting blocks. And we're going to do it here, 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 and here. And then we are going to pin the bottoms again of these prairie points. Now for the next stage of our folded fabric Christmas ornament, and we're going to go round again with the main fabric, and we're going to do one here, 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 and here, all the way around this folded fabric Christmas ornament. This is one side complete, so we need to do the same thing for the other side. I'll put timestamps in the description box down below so you can do the second side of your folded fabric Christmas ornament. So just so you know, it is going to take about 200 pins to do just one fabric ornament. So the next stage of our folded fabric Christmas ornament is to cover these raw edges up here, and I am going to use a trim. I would suggest that you use a nice wide trim, and you're just going to put it over your folded fabric Christmas ornament like so, and make sure that you cut just a little bit extra off so you can fold this over and hide the raw seam. I have folded one part of my trim over just to hide that raw seam, and it might be easier just to pin it into place and then wrap around and meet the other side, fold that over and pin that into place. And I'm just going to keep that open a second because I'm going to use that to put my hanger in. And I'm just going to go around and just pin down my trim in a few places all the way around. I cut off a bit of ribbon here just to use as a hanger. And then in this fold, I'm going to place my ribbon inside. Going to make sure that there's a good overlap. and then fold that trim back over, and I'm going to pin this into place. And I'm going to do it a few times because it is going to be the hanger of our decoration. This is what the finished folded fabric Christmas ornament looks like. On this side I actually put on a snowflake. My pins were a little bit too big for me to put sequins on with, unfortunately. And how fantastic does that look? Leave a comment in the comment box down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I have over 300 videos now on my sewing channel doing quilting and sewing tutorials. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.